Hello and welcome to Bengal Brief, your mirror to South Asia, from a Bangladesh perspective. I'm Nadia Karim, your presenter for today. In this episode, we bring you a powerful analysis titled, The New Political Polarization in Bangladesh. This commentary reflects on the post-Hasina era, the fall of the Awami League, and the re-emergence of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. Written by one of the Bangladesh's most perceptive political analysts, Mahmudur Rahman, editor of daily Amar Desh, this piece dissects the shifting ground beneath Bangladesh's political landscape. Let's dive in. The year was 1991. After the fall of General Ershad's autocratic regime, the nation was eagerly awaiting a free and fair election. Within the Awami League camp, celebrations of anticipated victory had already begun long before the election. They had even formed a shadow cabinet. The eternally arrogant and excessively loud Sheikh Hasina, in an interview with an Indian newspaper, claimed herself to be the next prime minister, asserting that the BNP might win at most 10 seats, and that Ershad's Jatiya party would become the opposition in parliament. The Indian embassy in Dhaka had already informed Delhi well in advance that the Awami League would secure a two-thirds majority and form the government. But proving all political pundits wrong, it was Shahid Zia's BNP, branded as pro-Islam and anti-India, that emerged victorious. Winning 147 seats and forming a government with the support of Jamaat-e-Islami, Begum Khaleda Zia became the first female prime minister of Bangladesh and the second in the Muslim world. In contrast, the Awami League won only 89 seats. The political slap Sheikh Hasina received was not limited to her party's defeat. She herself was defeated by a large margin in both the Dhaka constituencies she contested, by Sadeke Hossain Koka and retired Major Manan. While Koka was a known figure in Dhaka politics, Major Manan was barely known at the time, being a garment businessman. Had she not won from her family's feudal stronghold in Gopalganj, Sheikh Hasina wouldn't have entered parliament at all. Her political career might have ended then and there. Witnessing the unexpected results, then Indian High Commissioner Krishnan Srinivasan admitted that a rotten egg had been thrown in India's face. Political analysts began scratching their heads. Some proposed a theory that an anti-Awami League sentiment had spread among voters. Moreover, a highly arrogant and indecent televised address to the nation, right before the election, alienated the majority of voters. In particular, her dismissive comment describing Shahid President Ziaur Rahman as merely an unknown major struck a negative chord. Learning from her 1991 defeat, Sheikh Hasina reappeared in the 1996 election, donning a hijab and portraying herself as a devout and humble figure. From 2009 until her flight to India in 2024, Hasina reverted to her original tyrannical self. Lately, observing the behavior and statements of some senior BNP leaders, it seems they have failed to learn from Sheikh Hasina's political journey. They are dangerously turning political disagreements into personal vendettas, like Hasina did against Dr. Yunus. Hasina used to call Dr. Yunus a usurer, and even threatened to drown him in the Padma River. She once disabled the court elevator and forced an 84-year-old frail man to climb 6 floors via stairs. Though she intended to imprison him, foreign pressure likely thwarted that plan. Now, BNP leaders aligned with Hasina's ideology show no hesitation in insulting Dr. Yunus's ailing wife. Who can guarantee they won't try to drown or jail Bangladesh's only Nobel laureate if they return to power? Compared to the Awami League, BNP was always seen as a more civil political party. I recall that during her term in government, Begum Khaleda Zia told me several times, "The more indecently Hasina speaks, the more politeness we must maintain." The current behavior of BNP's leadership defies that dignified legacy. BNP's transformation is not limited to leadership conduct. A notable shift in ideological stance is also evident. Shahid Zia, while replacing Sheikh Mujib's one-party Baksal constitution with multi-party democracy, embedded the religious and cultural identity of 90% of the nation's Muslim majority in the constitution. He introduced Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim at the beginning and enshrined trust and faith in Almighty Allah. He prioritized relations with the Muslim Ummah and was unwavering on India. Ziaur Rahman took the issue of India's unilateral withdrawal of upstream Padma River water to the United Nations. We won the vote. As a result of international pressure, India was forced to sign the Ganges Water Treaty for the first time. The damage done by Sheikh Mujib through his capitulation to India in 1972 was partly reversed by President Zia. Today, some top BNP leaders are echoing Hindutva narratives from Delhi, branding Bangladeshi Muslims as fundamentalists and extremists. Taking advantage of this ideological shift, the fallen fascist regime's allies, so-called leftist parties and media, have mounted BNP's shoulders. It is worth noting that the nature of Bangladesh's leftist politics has always been marked by national-level hostility toward Islam, preventing them from gaining public support. Cloaked in secularism, these groups claim to respect all faiths, but their hatred has always been reserved for Islam. Thanks to pro-India media, these marginal groups have survived like parasites in Bangladesh. Take the CPB, Communist Party of Bangladesh, for instance. Alongside Sheikh Mujib, they abolished all citizens' rights and established a one-party dictatorship in 1975. Again in 2013, during the Shahbag movement, an anti-Islamic uprising instigated by India, they led the charge until handing over the reins to the Awami League. One Soviet-leaning CPB economist, Akash, shamelessly defended Hasina's fascist repression throughout her reign. He even prescribed genocide against Islamists. In 2015, he wrote that no matter what happens, progressive pro-liberation forces must allow Awami League to use state power to suppress and destroy reactionary terrorist forces, code for Islamists. In other words, according to this CPB theorist, branding Muslims as reactionary legitimizes extrajudicial killings, torture, and forced disappearances. That same Islamophobic party is now trying to become an ally of BNP. By dividing Bangladesh between secularists and Islamists, the Awami League sought to exploit global Islamophobia. The CPB, Jasad, INU, Basad, Gono Forum, these parties have always ideologically sided with fascist Awami League in this dualistic politics. Now, in post-July Revolution Bangladesh, with the Awami League vanished, these shelterless, deeply Islamophobic parties are one by one aligning with BNP. Yet for the last 15 years, they relentlessly slandered Shahid Zia and BNP as sponsors of fundamentalism and Islamic terrorism. At present, Bangladesh is witnessing a catastrophic political polarization. In this process, BNP is gradually emerging not as the anti-Awami League force, but as the new leader of the secular front. Even Dr. Yunus, a lifelong civil figure, is being accused by BNP-aligned media of accommodating fundamentalism. Activists and supporters from the Shahbag ecosystem are joining BNP in droves. Simultaneously, some BNP leaders are questioning Dr. Yunus's faith and creed. Many of these critics spent time in prison with me. I never saw most of them offer a single prayer. While we prayed in congregation 5 times daily in jail, these BNP leaders lounged idly in their cells. Before commenting on anyone's faith, one should first look in the mirror. Whether someone prays or not is a personal matter. But to question another's faith while not practicing religion oneself is pure political hypocrisy. The central point remains, Bangladesh, thrown into a battle between secularism and Islamism by Sheikh Hasina, is not escaping that divide anytime soon. Bangladesh held its most credible elections in 1991, 1996, and 2001. In those elections, broadly speaking, Awami League led a secular pro-India leftist alliance, while BNP led a nationalist, Islamic-oriented alliance. Of the three, BNP won 2, Awami League won. We are now entering an unknown chapter. BNP's political identity is undergoing a revolutionary shift. The party, long seen as anti-India and pro-Islam, is now appearing as a secular, India-friendly force. Their slogan, "Not Delhi, not Pindi," seems crafted to appease India. If Delhi gives the signal, Awami League loyalists might vote BNP. However, the challenge for BNP is this. In the wake of the Great July Revolution, Bangladesh's overwhelming majority has taken a historic stand against Indian hegemony. They have seen martyrs like Abu Sayyid, Mugdo, Yamin, Nafis, and Wasim fall in the fight against the joint tyranny of Indian dominance and Hasina's fascism. Thus, BNP is now being forced to stand against public sentiment. But its advantage lies in the fact that Islamists are severely divided, and no party exists capable of uniting and leading them. This gives BNP a smooth path to win the upcoming election, unless a wave like the 1991 Stop Awami League movement rises again. Final word, the public perception of this newly India-leaning BNP will ultimately determine how long it can hold power. I'll leave you with that food for thought for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the next episode. Thank you for watching. Until next time.